Alright everybody, welcome back to some more Pixelmon adventures. It is I, Xilestar, and today. Alright, so, lots of things happened off screen. First of all, I'm going to show off one really cool thing that definitely did happen. And that I am very happy that it happened. I just want to double check something real quick here. Okay, we almost got the Z crystal, or not Z crystal, the Dynamax band. So as you can see, from this right here, this is back to the way it used to be. Well, this area pretty much is back to the way that it was when I first arrived. Now, there's only one thing I need to mention really quick before we continue onward even further, kind of thing, down the line, is that somehow I have misplaced my original items. So, like, one thing that you'll tell is that, like, I don't have my two axes anymore. But I think I broke them I think I broke them off screen, but I can't remember. And a lot of these Pokeballs I didn't necessarily have before, but that's just fine in a sense, because I could have just paid for it. But I just wanted everybody to be well aware, though, that, like, I'm not doing this just to cheat and go, hey, they won't know. No, it's like, I kind of, like, I don't know where where I placed them, pretty much. Like, I looked everywhere around the village, I looked everywhere where I have the base now, I looked everywhere, cannot find it. So I just decided to go towards an older version of the world itself, grab the backpacks kind of thing, and then just move them over to this world. Even this one doesn't even have anything. Yeah. So as you can see, like, that doesn't have anything either. So, like, I have no idea where it's placed. I have no idea if I placed it somewhere else or something along those lines. So, yeah, that's not really good. What the heck just happened? Oh, that is very strange. The server crashed. That is very weird. Why did that happen? Okay. This is the first time this has actually ever happened before. But it's weird, though, because, like, for some odd reason, it has been doing weird shenanigans for a while now. Yeah, I don't know what it's doing. I think Cube just needs to be restarted, to be honest. Is that what's the case? No, see, it doesn't look like it's taking a lot of effort. Okay. You know what? I'm going to restart Cube, and I'll see you guys when after that is all done. Alright, so let's see. No, it did it again! Okay, I have no idea what's going on here. Okay, stay that way. And hopefully nothing bad happens. Okay. So yeah, so I did a lot of work. And now I'm paranoid. Now I'm looking at it. Now more meticulously now. Alright. Maybe I did need a restart. I have no idea. Okay. Oh, what's really weird. Alright. So, I worked on it a lot. I spent an extra day or so kind of working on the new base, and this is what I came up with. Pretty much. It looks really good. I like how it ended up, and it took a lot of cobblestone to be able to end up building it, pretty much. So yeah, so like I have like I placed some cobblestone here, like normal cobblestone blocks, just like I did with the other area. I also placed cobblestone walls in this cool pattern. Then I found out that everything is like even, but it's in a weird even where it's like where's the middle part? The middle's like right here kind of thing. So it's like so as I said, it's like a weird even, but it's fine. I'm thinking of redesigning the roof area over here to sort of fit this the style of the smithing area roof. So that way though, like it's a little bit more uniform kind of thing. but I have an idea of how I want to do it. So I want to do it on my own time, see what it looks like, and then I'll sort of place it down kind of thing. So, yeah. The other thing is that, yeah, so I changed this area to look a little bit different because I decided to change the chests over here, but I have also decided to change that idea yet again. I'm going to change this area to fit the way that I like it. So we're going to go do that as well. But I pretty much moved everything into here for the most part. Again, I also looked through all of these chests to find out if I might have stashed it somewhere in here. I didn't, so I have no idea where they're located. And I have a feeling that, like, yeah, like I even checked in here and I didn't see anything. And I was like, well, I have no idea where I would have placed it then, because I literally have no idea. But there was also... Did I really sort them out? No, there's no way I did. I did. Oh, okay. I didn't realize I did that. Yeah, so we have the red apricorn farm over here. Very cool looking. Very uniform, like I said I was going to do. I really liked it. And I'm going to change this farm area a little bit, but I'm going to do it on my own time. So I'm going to change this potato farm to go, like, all the way across. So, like, go from, like, all the way here to all the way over here. So it reaches all the way over, like, it reaches all the way to, like, this very block. So that way, though, at the very least, we're getting as much potatoes as much as possible. And then we're going to make tiny little farms of each and every one of the EV berries. So, though, like, we can decrease attack, speed, all the whole works kind of thing, right? So, though, like, we can get as much of those as much as possible without having too much of an issue. And even now, the server is being weird again. Yeah, the server is complaining. Hang on a second. That is strange. Why is the server complaining in this case? That is really weird. Okay, I'm gonna take another good peek at it. I don't get it. Hang on. Wait. Did it change my settings by chance? Hang on. Open folder, right? Yeah. Okay, let's see here. I need to full screen this so I can actually see it. I think it's this one. I think I need to check a look at. Alright, let's go take a look at this. Nope. Not what I wanted. No. Stop that. I think this is what I was looking for. Yes, this is what I was looking for. Okay. But I can't read this because it's like it's in a weird blur thing. Okay, let's see here. I can't read this. Okay, I definitely can't read this. It's too tiny. It's too small for me to actually be able to read it and understand it. And it crashed. Great. Thank you. How did text document or text pad crash? What is this? Okay, whatever. Okay, let's try it yet again and see if we can do anything. Okay. Yeah, I need to change either the size of this. That doesn't help. Let's see here. Okay. So I think that it's because the server got recapped at 2 gigabytes instead of 5. Which is what I'm seeing here. So hang on. I have an idea, which means I'll have to do this and see if that actually changes anything. Yeah. I'll do it on screen. It's not too much. It's not too much of a big problem. It's more so just like I have no idea why it did this in the first place. Because it has to be here then. I'm hoping I'm gonna be editing the right area, because if I'm not, I'm gonna feel a little bit silly. All right. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna move this to this screen so I can actually see it. I can actually go full screen here. Okay, let's see here. Hang on. What do I have for Serica Craft? Because I know for a fact that Serica Craft is 5 gigabytes. Because I made sure that it's always 5 gigabytes. That's what it is. That's exactly what the problem is. For some odd reason, it decreased it. It decreased it from 5 to 2. That's interesting behavior. Okay. There we go. I wonder if that's because of something else. There we go. Okay, hang on, okay. So I'm gonna close, well, not really close this. I'm just gonna get rid of it from being full screen. I gotta resize this window for a second so I can move it back to the way it was beforehand. There we go. I'll keep cube loaded up onto the side. There we go. OBS right there. Perfect. Let's see if we get it here. Come on. Okay. Yep. All right. Don't lag now. Seriously, I just got on. Okay, well, we'll excuse that then. All right. That's fine. All right, so I also moved the oddity over here because I thought that would be a cooler idea. Although I thought that it was actually flipped, but it's fine. It's not really that big of a deal, to be honest. All of these are now furnaces. I think some of these already have some food in there just because like I wanted to cook everything. So I'd have food for future usage. Even got some baked potatoes. I think a lot of these have like charcoal in here because like I literally just took a lot of the dark oak. Oh, I forgot to put something in there. It's fine. Yeah, I took a lot of the stuff that I had beforehand and just moved it over in there. All right. And here's like all the different stuff in here. Here's all the different Pokeballs I was able to collect. Okay, hang on a second. Okay. There's no way this is 5 gigs. There's no way we're already at 5 gig utilization. Okay, this is very interesting behavior. I don't know what's causing it. Is it because of this? That doesn't make any sense though. Why would my computer that I'm using here cause an issue for a separate computer to process? Let's try that. We'll see if that fixes up anything. I don't understand why that would be the case anyway. If not, I'll excuse it for now. And maybe next time I'll try and decipher it on my own time. I'll try and figure out what's going on here because I have no explanation as to why it's doing this. So for some reason it's saying the server can't keep up, but yet there is no there's no heavy I'm not doing anything. Like what is it like heavily utilizing here? Wait, I did try something. Hang on a second. I did try something earlier. I wanted to try something, and then I wanted to know if it was based off of this or if it was based off of something else. We'll see if that fixes it. That might be what it is. So we'll see if that fixes it. So I changed the random tick speed to a higher number because I wanted to know if that actually affects berries at all. Because I was going to make it so like at one point, like, you know, we'll have like a random tick speed variance kind of thing. Like, let's say, like, for a weekend kind of thing, random tick speed is like 200 or something like that, or 300, so it's like 100 times faster than usual. So we'll see if that's actually the case. Although since I've done it, it hasn't complained. And usually it complained every 20 seconds. That's what I'm seeing here. Yeah, so every 20 seconds it complained, and it hasn't complained yet. So that's a good sign. It's already, once I see that it has reached a minute, I'll know for a fact that that actually fixed it. As soon as it spawns in, I'll continue onward with my little explanation and stuff. I think it literally just changed to the next minute, so it's literally just taking a while. But yeah, so I changed this my entire idea of the overall like area, so that like it would at least look a little bit better. I changed the barrier to stone brick, which I know for a fact is a very, very silly thing for me to do, but I decided to do it anyway because of the fact that, like, I would have done it regardless. The only difference is that, like, I made sure to do it, like, I made sure to do it on my own time rather than here because, like, literally, like, why would I put it here kind of thing. Okay, it hasn't complained. Okay, so that is definitely, it was random tick speed that was the issue. Okay, so that must have been what it was. Good to know that it doesn't like it. So I have actually done something very, very, well, smart and clever in a way, is that I built a cobblestone generator. So here's the water, the lava's in here, and then the whole works. So that way, like, if I need cobblestone now, just go down there. I want to try my new, or at least my old strategy of getting a bunch of cobblestone, but it's not really a huge concern now. So as you can see, though, like, I changed it to be, like, cobblestone, or stone brick, sorry, and then, like, like, stone brick stairs, and then stone brick, then stone brick stairs, and then stone brick, and then blah, blah, blah. And then for the middle, I did this. I thought it looks really, really good. And it actually really does. It does look really, really nice. I like it. It actually fits the area very, very well. And I have my little anvil over here. I have my little healer over here. I changed it from the roof because I thought that this area would be a little bit better. And I also want to show off something else, but I think it's time for us to go to sleep. There we go. And we go back here. There's some furnaces hidden back there. So though now I can use that area as a really cool furnace area. Very, very nice. And over here is like stuff that I can sell pretty much. Meh. See, I still think like it's hidden somewhere. Like I feel like I hit a chest like underneath the floorboards kind of thing, and that's where it's hidden. But I've already checked. I even used spectator mode just to check. It's not there. So I even got rid of all of like the cobblestone slabs here and looked in the furnaces that are underneath this area. It's not there either. So like I have no idea where it's located. But I'm like pretty much done with this building for now. I might change the roof to be just like the normal vanilla roof kind of thing, but I might just change it up a little bit just to fit my overall style kind of thing. But mostly it's just get more rails so that I can continue with this design. Grab the stone brick stairs. Come on, there we go. Grab the stone brick stairs that I had beforehand. And we're going to be... Let's grab this. Okay. That and this. That and this. And that. Yeah, so I didn't want to spend too much time on this, considering the fact that like I still want to work on on my 1.21 base. So like I tried to put as little time as much as possible. Doing all of this, even like just doing the organizing, placing down the farms and such like that, that still took about like 4 or 5 hours, give or take, just to do. And that's still like insane to me, is that like just me doing this took like that amount of time. And you can like definitely tell though, like there's not much to show for it. Like look at this. Like what was that? Anyway, like look at that. Like that's not really much to show off. Like this is a base pretty much. Like that's pretty much like what I want to say though. Like this is a base that took about 5 hours to do, not including this. Like that took an extra like 10 hours though. Like at least that took about 10 hours. I don't remember how long that was, but like that took an extra like a lot. Like that took extra time to do. Oh, and underneath I did the same idea I did with the other raft, but except for I changed the design just a slight bit. Oh, I missed a line. Oh, well that's fine. It's not really that big of a deal. So I did stone slab, cobblestone slab, and then like 2, and then 1, and then I think 2 again. I think one of these is 3, or no, this is the doubled up one. And then it would go back and forth kind of thing up until you reach the end, and then the end just reaches over here, and then there you go, right? Because that looks really, really nice. And considering the fact that our old raft, this is a much better looking raft. To be honest, it looks more luxurious and nice looking. Although I gotta say though, like even while I was building the house portion, or while I was renovating the so-called like roof portion, I was like I was talking with a friend on Discord, and I was like, you know, like I want to do this just because it looks a lot nicer, like on camera, kind of thing, than just what I would normally like put here. And my friend's like, what would you normally put there? I'm like, there wouldn't even be a house. It would just be a platform with like a deck, and then that deck would be my house. And then maybe, just maybe, I'll put a roof for the bed itself, and that's it. And my friend didn't believe me. I'm like, don't test me. It'll it'll look really good in my own way, but still, like, I wanted to do something very special. I wanted to do something that's a bit out of my comfort zone, which is usually just to build a house, pretty much. And even though this looks entirely like a vanilla house, though, it still looks really, really good. Obviously, we have to use like 1.12 blocks, so it doesn't look nearly as nice. I think if you use the updated textures, this will look a lot better. And I would also obviously have more better blocks to play around with, but this looks okay, to be honest. It looks really good. I like it. And that's what matters. I like it. Doesn't really matter. Oh, wait. I should probably get rid of this slab of cobblestone. I mean, either way, I'm going to be moving my, when I get it ready for when I'm getting it done for 1.12, I'm going to be moving over, my Minecraft 1.12 base, or 21 base, sorry, to, Pixelmon Adventures anyway, so it doesn't really matter in a way. It doesn't necessarily matter. But what I want to do is I want to have, this server having 2 worlds, if that makes sense. So like 2 overworlds. So one that's a void world, which will be where you would build your stuff kind of thing. And another one in which that like is of course like a world like this kind of thing. Or in a way just have like 2 worlds that are like this in a way, so though like just the other one is like you can like literally just build whatever you want kind of thing. And then the other one will be like a world that resets kind of thing, so that you can get like cool locations or something like that. I've seen a lot of servers have that kind of functionality. I would love for this server to have that similar functionality, but I need to find out where to get that kind of situation, or to get that kind of like functionality, because that would be an amazing thing to have here. Just have sort of like how me and my friend used to do Terraria, where we would have two worlds. We would have one for us building and such like that, so that like we can build however big constructions we wanted to do, and then we would have another one where it would just be for where we gather resources. So where we would go in and try and hopefully get the one copper world, because we like copper more than whatever the equivalent was. I don't even remember what it was. I just know that I think it's tin. I think I'm not quite sure. I know is it platinum and gold, I think, that are opposites to each other for Terraria. But yeah, like that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about, though, is that like we would have a resource world and we would have a world that we would just build everything in, or because we found a world editor kind of thing, we would just edit whatever we wanted. And no, I didn't just say edit because it's Terraria. Like, no, it's literally called edit. Like, it's not like a play on of MC edit. It's literally called edit. So. I mean, I play Terraria for this, for the channel though, but since Minecraft has already sort of like been a huge focus for the channel, at least in my opinion, I don't necessarily want to throw in another game that's going to take like forever kind of thing, and the series will never end until I wanted to, because then literally like Terraria will take way too long for me to do. And not only that, something else that I have to mention though, and I might just go ahead and do it, and I'm kind of sad though, because like I literally just started to like make this world better kind of thing, is I might wipe the world. The reason why I'm saying that is because like I literally just took a look at the world size, and it's about like 2 gigs right now. And you might be saying like, oh, 2 gigs is nothing though. Like there's servers that are way bigger than that. It's like, yeah, but you don't understand though. So to put it into context of what everything of what is happening behind the scenes. Cube right now has a 250 gigabyte SSD as server storage. Not Minecraft server storage. If it was Minecraft server storage, I'd be like, yeah, who cares? 250, we're good to go kind of thing. That's every server that I currently have, though. So you know that Pal World server I have, that's stored on there. My Ark Survival server that I've never technically used, but I built it, but I set it up, that's also there. Every server I have is in there. Minecraft Bedrock, Terraria server, same idea. They're all built onto that one drive. So if that drive runs out of space, it's like I gotta upgrade it kind of thing. But that's also part of the problem. I don't want to say it's part of the problem, but like it is part of the problem though too, is that like for my Minecraft worlds, it's like, okay, now I gotta figure out how I can conserve space without necessarily destroying things. That's why for Craft, we made sure to establish in part of the rules though that like the world will be like not necessarily wiped, but the world will always be changed depending on the version. And that's to get rid of that bloat, if you will, kind of thing, so that the server doesn't get as big. The servers are still big though. They are still a gig a piece, pretty much. And that's just off of like one version though. That's just us starting from spawn and working our way around kind of thing, sure. But that's just one Minecraft version. And the fact that like we've done how many on camera? About 3 of them. Mind you, 1.18 didn't really do isn't really that big because we didn't really do anything. But 1.17, 1.19, 1.20, those were about a gig each. And if anything, the 1.18 kind of just allowed it to even out. which technically helped us out, but still, though, like, that's what I'm talking about, though, for the most part, though, is that, like, this is insanity on my end, kind of thing. Like, it's insane on my end to go and be able to do it. And mind you that, like, Cube's not more powerful than Monochrome, which is the one I'm using to even play Minecraft and record it. It has the same CPU. It has a worse graphics card. It even has, like, it has a slightly better RAM. But that's, again, like, and the thing with Minecraft servers is that, sure, RAM is important, but it's more RAM capacity. I don't think RAM speed really matters, but it's the CPU that matters. And while technically the CPU is really, really good, because I've been using it for about almost, I want to say I got it in 2019, but I don't think I started using it until 2020. So we'll say about 4 years is about a good estimate of how long I've had it for. And no disappointments with the CPU. I absolutely love the CPU right now. The CPU is an amazing thing. It was an amazing purchase. I just wish I bought it now instead of before because it's really, really cheaper now, but still. Like, it has dramatically dropped in price. But I definitely recommend it. It'll always be the one CPU that I'll always recommend to people. Unless there is a different equivalent. I know there is a different, there's an updated model, pretty much, that's has better performance, though. But then again, that's if you have that better performance usage, though. Like, by that I mean, like, AM5 kind of thing. I mean, you can tell by the CPU. It's right here. It literally says it in the F3 menu. So it's not like you can't see it. Oh, that's there. Interesting. So, like, you can already see that, like, you can see, like, my literal, like, CPU. It's right there. But again, that is the equivalent of that, right? Like, that is literally what both Monochrome and Cube have. That is the CPU. And mind you, it is a very good CPU, especially for the time that I got it. It was, like, amongst its, like, thresholds kind of thing of, like, being very, very good. It's not as good as the today's standards of CPUs, or at least from what I've been told, pretty much. Let's see here. Do I even? I do want to put the fridge somewhere, though. Actually, you know what? Wait. Hang on a second. I have an idea. Okay, so put the fridge down somewhere. No, it's still not doing it. Weird. Okay, I'll put the fridge down there, and I'll put the washing machine over there. Cool. I gotta figure out why that's not working. Weird. Anyway. Yeah, I kind of figured I capped on cobble. Now, that block definitely does help. Well, the giant block, that's like... That was right there. That definitely helped out with extra cobble. I didn't want to break it just so that I could, like, use it for something else. Or even, like, even the same thing with the wind trapdoors, though. Like, I don't know what to use it for now. Yeah, I looked everywhere for the darn, for my stuff, and I couldn't find it anywhere. I was very sad. But I looked through old footage, or I literally looked through the last session, found out what was there. The only thing that I couldn't technically replicate was the lightning axes. So we're just going to say that, like, I chopped down trees and they both broke and I just made a new one. So I'm pretty sure I have more than enough to go and make another one anyway. And then another thing I was thinking of too was that I might have put it close to the nether portal, but every time I looked over here, it wasn't necessarily there. Ah, yes, this is what happens when you use MC Edit with Pixelmon stuff. They don't like each other. Oh, this I don't really know anything about. Anyway. The mysterious nether portal. Alright. Goodbye. Or I'll take all of it. Got a chickaberry, nice. There. You can have that too. I'm gonna go and actually I have no idea where to go. Where was I? I know I was heading in a certain direction, I just don't remember where it was. Because it wasn't this one, it wasn't this one. I think it's this one then. Yeah. Okay. Oops. What are your items? Lucky egg. You don't need the lucky egg anymore, buddy. Okay, I think I can try and see if we can do it now. Now that we are of level, we should be able to take down everything. Alright. Dragon Claw. Okay, gonna go decrease your speed. Surprised that you can even take down the damage. Torterra. Stockpile. Ooh, okay. I don't need to worry about speed nearly as much. There we go. Perfect. I don't have to worry about experience anymore. I will be, yeah, so I haven't done the little tent idea. I have ideas already placed down in my mind for it. So I'm going to definitely be doing that. So that's not the way. So this is the way then. Oh, hi. Oh. There you go, Dragon Claw. Alright. Reflect. Okay, that's fine. Dragon Claw again. Did you just use Reflect and Light Screen? What is that going to do for you? Credilli? Bulldoze. It's neutral. It's fine. Okay. Just want to see how much Dragon Claw does. I think it does more. It's here 22%. Oh yeah, Bulldoze does more. Oh no, Reflect ended now. Wait. Okay, I think the Meganium had a Light Clay. Because I was like, it's been more than 5 turns. I don't mind that the gym trainers are stronger, like they have better move pools kind of thing, or they have better like skill sets kind of thing. Like of course, like this Cradilly has like, you know, like whatever build it has kind of thing. I don't mind that. But like the trainers here have equal levels. That's not fair. Yeah, Garchomp painted. Alright, Gligar. Acrobatics. There you go. Alright. Alright, Gligar. Go, Gligar. Alright. Acrobatics. Goodbye. Wow, that was quick. Oh. It's a pretty cool room. I'm gonna go heal, though. Will we be able to defeat the gym leader? Who knows? But I want to say yes. So we're going to go try and do our best to go do it. Hoping we can. We only have 2 gym badges, and I would much rather have all 8, to be honest. What's this? So like a way out? I don't know. Huh? I have no idea. Oh, what's this? Oh! Aw, he looks very happy to see me. Well, I'm not very happy to see you. Vanny? Fine, acrobatics. Oh. Going with Superior, interesting. I would have stuck with the Leavanny, to be honest. Whimsicott? Okay. I don't want to send out Excadrill. Unfortunately, you don't have a Steel type move, which is going to be much better. It's got leftovers? Shame. I think camera up would be the best case scenario then. Alright. Good job! Come on, do a lot of damage. It's not as much as I thought it would. Yeah. Alright. Crunch. Huh? Okay. Golurk, I guess. Oh no, my Golurk's special attack dropped. Whatever will I do? Anyway. Aww. Torterra. Crunch. Nah, I thought that might have been able to do something. Crunch again. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be able to do anything. Breloom? Okay. Oops. Switch to Garchomp. Aha. Okay, and now we're going to do Dragon Claw. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I figured. Alright, Excadrill. And now we're going to use Rock Slide. And never mind, we lose. Yep, we lost. Yeah, there's no way we can come out of it unless we come up with a better, like, unless we have a better strategy going in. which unfortunately I don't. The only other strategy that I could see that could end up working is if I finally get the glide score that I need. Like, that's the only way that that ends up being, like, our victory. Pretty much is that I'm able to finally get that glide score. Oops. So if I get glide score with the toxic orb, sure, acrobatics will be weakened, but then again, I will have decent recovery, and glide score is very bulky. Ugh, paralyzed heal, that's not very nice. There we go, now I just have the normal errors and stuff like that, where we're moving too fast, or I can't keep up with the fact that I'm on Garchomp. So hooray for that. Oh, it's a Viper, alright. Come on, please. Gah! Nope. Not getting the luck that I need. Unfortunate. So yeah, so my Minecraft 1.21 base is getting very much a lot of progress done. I just finished, like, majority of section 2, pretty much of it. Which is hilarious because, like, I just literally just added this section and it's already about, like, 70% done. I just need to do the finishing touches and then attach it to the rest of it, and then it's done. Cool. Okay, I'm just gonna adjust this as forward as possible. Yeah, still gotta readjust my setup a little bit. I've just been a little bit too preoccupied to be able to do it. Thank you. Isn't there another one over here? Oh, it must have been this berry tree that I saw. Is it? Haban berry? Oh, cool. Oh, great. A greedent. Okay. But yeah, like, I've been trying to do as much progress as much as possible, especially with this new edition kind of thing. I'm trying to quickly get it done. Trying to quickly, like, sweep it under the rug, saying, like, no, this was always a part of the plan. And it's like, no, it wasn't. It was just recently, it was just a recent change. Because my brain decided to say, hey, why don't I make it look like a very weird looking shape? Because in my mind, it looks really nice. But then again, it's like, in my mind, everything looks nice until I actually apply it. But I really think that this will actually look like really, really well. It's just that I just don't know how I'm gonna do, like, the whole thing though. And that's one of, like, the scariest things for me, is that, like, I have to, like, one of the things that are going into my mind is that, like, okay, I gotta build up the furniture kind of thing. Like, I gotta do the furniture, I gotta do, like, all of this stuff kind of thing, right? Like, and of course, like, I am not good at this kind of stuff. And I am not good at maintaining sort of like a theme. And I also don't want to expose the theme at all. Maybe what I might do, like, I have several ideas of what I might do in the future, but what I might do is that, like, I'll wipe the world in a way so that there's nothing, like, hidden in there that, like, people can nab kind of thing. So anything that's, like, secret, or I almost said proprietary, but that's not really what it is at all. like if there's anything that like I don't want people to get a hold of, like let's say like the wings of the traveler kind of thing or something like that, then I'll get rid of those stuff. But like pretty much my themes sort of clash with each other if you think of it, like if you look at it in a very broad stroke, they clash. But if you look at it in a more into more of like what the history of the person who created the area, not me, but like in terms of like the lore of it kind of thing, it makes a lot of sense that it would be like this. Like I could definitely tell you though, like I'm not the one who first made the area. Ooh, nice village. What's in here? Hopefully it's another gym that I can possibly take on. Hopefully. Shit. Taylor, leave me alone. Gym challenge? Question mark? No, no gym challenge. Yeah, so I'm gonna see if I just restyle this roof kind of thing instead. Seeing it like if I just redo this roof kind of thing and see if it'll look really good. I'm just gonna do a different style. Oh, but yeah. But what kind of delicious goods do we have in here? TM? Card game? Oh, I haven't seen that in a long time. The numbers being read? Yeah, I haven't seen that in a while. I've been pretty good at keeping my money really high. I should probably make an apricorn farm that's, like, good for money. And then that's it. I should probably try and figure out what that is, to be honest. Which is the simplest one for money, other than Pokeballs. For simplicity. But yeah, like I've been trying to work on both this and that, so hopefully like at least a little bit of progress that I made to this is more than enough to kind of like go like, okay, he's still trying his best to kind of juggle like both these projects kind of thing. Like technically I'm trying to juggle finishing Pokemon Crystal off, which I've already done. Ooh, another village. That's very interesting. Did I accidentally update this to 1.14 and just not realize it? I'm joking. I know it's not 1.14 because these blocks will look a lot better. And there's different housing. But how fast I found another village though makes it look like I did I moved it to 1.14 though. Yeah, nothing in there. All right. There you go. All right. Oh, you're there. Okay. I was gonna say, where'd you go? Got a power bracer. That's interesting. What the? I didn't even. What? That's weird. Anyway. Ooh, hopefully we can find an exposed mine shaft. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, so I wanted to mention this because it happened once, and I am just going to level it out for people, especially like if you're scouting around for this kind of thing though. I am not the person. I'm not somebody you definitely want to do this for. Pretty much, like I'm one that you want to stay away from, pretty much, because I'm never gonna go do it. So a while back, I don't remember when it was. Probably still have that comment, but I'm not 100% sure. Have that personal message or whatever. Asking if I wanted to join a Pixelmon SMP for their little group kind of thing. And I only have two things to add to this. One is that, like, if you want me to join a Minecraft SMP, that's okay with me. That's fine. I am not an overly competitive person, though. So, like, if you're trying to get like the most competitive people on there, that's not me. Unfortunately, I am not very competitive. Certain things, like for Pokemon, okay, Pokemon. I don't mind making my Pokemon competitive, but don't expect me to go to like any tournaments and stuff like that, because that's not the type of person that I am. Me making my Garchomp, let's say, full attack, full speed, and let's say splashing a little bit in special defense or whatever, and that's like the definitive competitive stats, sure, I don't mind doing that. But I won't go to like VGC and start doing whatever I want over there. That's just not my style. Like, my style is to just have fun with Pokemon and just continue on my merry way kind of thing. Huh. Anyway. And that whole ordeal is the same with like Minecraft. Minecraft, sure, I'll be very competitive at the beginning, but my competitive streak is only this: I will try my best to not die, or not to be the first one to die. That's it. Or I'll try my best to survive for as long as possible before my first death. That's it. Like, those are the only two sort of competitive things I have. Is that, like, I won't just try and die like day 1 kind of thing. I'll be dying like day 30 before anything kind of deal. And that's where I am competitive. Is that, like, I'll try and not die immediately. I'll try and die later on. Where it's like, if I die like day 50, it's like, it's okay. I have iron armor and all that. So, you know, like, it's very far back, like very far into the game. Like, you know, I'm very far into the game, you know, like, I can expect some level of difficulty. No, like, if I'm like day 1 dead, it's like, this is a bit of an issue. At least for me, it's a bit of an issue, because that shouldn't have happened to me. But again, that's me. But again, I'm not very like, there's very little things that I'm very competitive over. A lot of the times, there's no competitive streak in me. Like, I won't go on any sort of matchmaking, try to get top of the leaderboard or anything like that. Nope, not me. I'm just in it for the fun. That's it. I'm just in there to have fun, and if I have fun, then that's a good game. That's it. It's the same thing with Palworld. Like, Palworld, I didn't really look into a lot of the different sort of stuff for competitive for Palworld at all until later on. I think it was back during session, I think 3. That would have been, I think, week 2, I think. That would have been week 2 of me having, and I think that would be week 3 or 4 of the game being released. And the fact that there was already like a competitive streak within that kind of thing is very impressive in of itself. So, like, I was already looking into breeding certain pals to be perfect kind of thing. And even Pokemon nowadays, like look at my Scarlet and Violet stuff. Like later on, I tried to make sure each and every Pokemon that I got at that moment in time was like, in a way, competitive in a certain threshold of what I needed it to be at. Like, if I needed a special attacker, I made sure that I made a special attacker because that's what I needed at that moment. I didn't need another physical attacker. I didn't need another bulky Pokemon that can take hits like no problem. I just needed a Pokemon that could do a certain task and do it fairly well. Even if it couldn't do it at all, it's still better than nothing. No. Game. There. And that's pretty much exactly what like all I really have to say about like just overall is me playing competitive games. Like it's not there. Do I have little competitive streaks depending on the game? Sure. But you could also tell it's more of like it's not competitive streaks, it's more of like a territorial kind of thing. Where it's like you're like I need to flex a little bit somewhere, but that's it. Because I've been playing Minecraft since beta 1.2, so it's like I want to flex all that knowledge I gained from beta 1.2 to the current generation, or the current version pretty much, right? And from Pokemon, I think I might have been playing since generation... I want to say the first games I played were generation 2, but I think I might have been around the age of like generation 3. It was either generation 3 or generation 2 was my first one. It's like one of the two pretty much. And again though, like I like like I love Pokemon. It's a very good series, but right now it just seems like there's very little passion in it anymore. Like I've noticed that in Scarlet and Violet. Scarlet and Violet, there's been a lot of crazy bugs and glitches, and they just decide to wait till like later on to fix them. It's like there was a day one. Okay, so the latest one that I've experienced was the day one bug of trainer battles. Okay, and if you don't know what I mean by that, here's a brief explanation. The game had a certain threshold of trainers that you can battle that it will record the information for. I think the base game was like 300. I think is what it can record. And I think in the original Scarlet and Violet without the DLCs is about 273 trainers. I don't know how the rival fights and all that work, but I want to say they're recorded in this information as well. So we'll say about like 273, let's say. And how it works is that in the Teal Mask they add more than like what would require of the trainers to be saved. So in that case, we'll say they added 310 trainers. But since the game will only recognize 300, now we have an interesting little issue here. Now that we have an extra 10 trainers that aren't being saved anymore, now depending on how you do the trainers, i.e. these special trainers that have a simple like thing you would need to do pretty much in order to unlock a secret battle pretty much, you can't do. Because of the fact that, well, sorry, they didn't account for that. They didn't account for people to beat every single trainer in Paldea, and because they didn't account for that, people were having issues. And it's weird though, because like I've beaten every trainer from the Teal Mask and from the Teal Mask and from Paldea, and yet I only had an issue with 2 trainers. I found another XPL. Great. But yet, like, I've had issues with and that was like my only issue, but it was only 1 trainer I had an issue with. And from what I read from like Reddit and all the other sort of blog sites though, was that people were having troubles like with like 3 or 4 trainers not being saved. And I'm like, there must be some trainers that I'm missing then. But every time I look on like Cerebi or even like what was the other one I was looking at, I think as well, for all this sort of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet interactive maps kind of thing, just to find out all the trainers and such. I found all the trainers, so I was really, really confused. So I don't know if they're telling the truth or if it was just a random weird bug thing or whatever. Who knows, right? But pretty much, yeah. And that was a problem since day one. And you want to know exactly what Game Freak did? They let it sit there for, I think it was like what, 2-3 weeks before they fixed it. It's like there's no passion anymore in that. And like I like the fact that they ended the DLC 1 with a cliffhanger, so that way the DLC 2 has a reason to be there, or at the very least like you're hyped for the DLC 2 because it's a continuation of DLC 1, which is really cool. But unfortunately, the story didn't really end very well in my opinion. You a trainer? You are a trainer. Okay. But yeah, but I find that the Indigo Disc, if it was all by itself, it would probably, like, if you were to separate it from the original story, it'd probably do very well. But even with the Teal Mask kind of hand holding it for the beginning part, I don't think it did very well. I don't think it sits very well for me. But I mean, compared to what Sword and Shields were, it's a little bit better. Like, Sword and Shield has the unfortunate like case that it's the first Pokemon games to have the DLCs for. So you know that they're going to be lacking in some department, right? But for Scarlet and Violet, it's the second games to have it, so it's like you expect them to be a little bit better though. But I gotta say though, from one game's DLC to another, it did a remarkable improvement in terms of like the story itself. Like from what I remember, between like the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion and the Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, sure, Skyrim has less DLCs, but the quality of them have gone down. Or in a weird way, they haven't improved. If I think that's a better way of explaining it. And I don't want to spoil too much of Skyrim, even though like it's a game that's been out for a lot of years. There's a lot of jokes about it, blah blah blah. But I haven't done it for my channel yet, and I don't want to spoil a future series, right? So it's like I don't want to necessarily say too much about it. But I was very disappointed with the DLCs where they didn't give you much of an opportunity at the end of them. So pretty much, you join into like a sort of a war-ish like scenario where one side fights another, pretty much. The good versus the evil, pretty much. And so what happens is that whenever you beat the one side, I was expecting that you get their base of operations, but you would change it to be a base of operations for your side. So let's say if the good defeat the evil kind of thing, you take over the evil base, but you'd make it be a good base, pretty much. Like a good forward base, pretty much. So it's like, instead of you being on one part of the world, now you have two parts of the world that you're in. Ooh, like you have more land advantage kind of thing. No. Like, no, we're deciding to just leave it there. And be nothing. It's like, okay. Okay. But again, though, like, that's just my opinion, though. And I gotta say, though, like, I find, though, that, like, I understand, like, for one thing, though, Oblivion's DLCs didn't really do anything. They just added something small in there and just said, that's fine. But then again, this is, like, the early 2000s kind of thing, and I think DLCs were not as common in there as much as you might expect, kind of thing, of that, like from today's standards in a way. So like from 2006 kind of thing, the fact that you were getting a DLC for a game that was like a AAA title kind of thing was really impressive. And I find that Oblivion did a lot to capitalize on this, especially with despite the fact that I don't really care for it. Uh like horse armor, like you hear about horse armor, blah 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 kind of thing, like being the best DLC possible kind of thing in terms of like how much money it's earned, but like again, simple things like that. Mind you, horse armor shouldn't really have been a DLC. It should have been a mod that of something to be added. But despite that, it's still good. It's not like a terrible area, but yeah. I'm just gonna name it Water Jimmy. Who knows? But anyway, yeah, I loved all of Oblivion's DLCs. They were all good in their own little way. The only thing that I didn't like about Oblivion's DLCs was that a lot of them were just too basic, or they barely added any new features. Like if you look at it as a whole. Like if you compare it to like the base game of how you got everything, the DLCs just made that process much easier to do, rather than just making it more difficult. And I find that that's where the differences sort of go in hand to hand with between the different DLCs, and not just between the different DLCs though, but which ones cater towards what you're doing. If you're going to get any version of Oblivion, get the version that has all the DLCs. Because even if you're not planning on, like, let's say using any of the other locations, like even if you're gonna play as like a mage character kind of thing and you use Frostcrag, still have the Deepscorn Hollow and all that stuff though, just because it populates the world. And isn't that really what you really want in the end, is just the world to be more populated with extra buildings and structures and such? Because that's literally what I look for, to be honest, is that I try to look for things that add more to the world. Okay, am I not descending or something? What? For you. Alright, there you go. Perfect. Let's see here. I'll grab this then. Oh, sure, why not? Oh, Blitzel, get out of here. Seriously? There we go. There you go. Come on. Where's the Razor Fang, man? But again, though, like I ended up like talking to a friend about it though, like between like both Skyrim and Oblivion though, and I said like, what differences does every DLC give you in terms of like the house mods and such like that, or the house DLCs? Like, which one is worth it? If they were all, let's say, $3 in our currency, pretty much, which is about, we'll say, $2.50 maybe American, or $2 give or take. So it's like if the DLC house was $2, or the first one you buy is $2, which one are you going to go for? Like if you had to pick a one DLC house to be like the cheapest one you had to buy, which one would it be? And if you want to, explain why, because I'm very curious though of which one everybody would have chosen. because from my point of view, each and every one of them has their own point of view of like what a house should provide, or at least like what a cool house that's away from the vanilla, or away from the normal game kind of standards are. Like Frostcrack Spire gives you another location to be able to enchant items through the enchanting station or make spells, which is very cool. But one problem with this is that mods could do this anyway, which sort of just like makes you go like, okay, so maybe Frostcrack's not really the best location possible, or not the best one. So let's try and go for another one. All right. Let's go to the pirate one, where it gives you what was it? It gives you a fence. It gives you what was the other one? It gives you a fence. It gives you a way of earning quick money at the beginning of the game, kind of thing. There was another one too. I can't remember what it was. I think you get infamy as well, but I might be wrong about that. And again, same idea though, pretty much. So like what does each and every DLC provide you that gives you pause kind of thing? Like Deep Score and Hollow, for instance, gives you an easy cure to vampirism. It gives you like a cool dagger and stuff like that. Sure, but like at what point does that make it like more worth it than just downloading downloading a mod that has either the same size as those DLCs combined and has all those features built into it? And I'm not saying like a my mod or anything like that, but I'm just saying though, like if you were to get rid of those DLCs, could you find a mod that does all this stuff anyway? Yes. That's why the ones that are more interesting is like Knights of the Nine or Shivering Isles, because those are really big ones that sure you can make a mod that is just as big as that, but like you got to remember though that like Shivering Isles is a huge area though, so if a player wants to make an area that's just as big, or even like or just as big, or even like slightly bigger though, how long is it going to take that person to do? And that's the insanity part about it too. That's why for Knights of the Nine Revelations, like sure, that location area that you get to in the middle of the mod itself, you think it's very big, but it's not. It's got less like interior locations kind of thing that you can go for. What you got to understand though, like they are like Lancer was trying to get as close as possible to the original location. So it's like he didn't think of like making the area like he tried to make it as close to one as much as possible, which I applaud him for that. Like that's an amazing sort of like attention to detail for that. And that's why I said though, for like Oblivion mods and such like that, it gets very difficult to find out what's a good quality one and what's just like one that you can tolerate into your mod list. And I find that that's a very like hurtful way to put it. But don't get me wrong, I can understand why people think that way, to be honest. Like I've looked into like other mods and such like that, like in terms of like mod quests and such like that. I've looked through a lot of them, and more than half the time though, I always look into them and say to myself, should I install this? Like what is Like, if I install this, what am I going to get at the end? Like, am I going to enjoy the mod, or is it just going to be something that, you know, I could say, you know what, I spent about 2 hours, I liked it. It's like buying a new game. Like, I just spent like $20 on this game. Am I gonna like it enough that like this $20 is gonna feel very worth it for it? It's like the same thing with the Pokemon games. Like for Scarlet and Violet, day one, I would have told you no. It doesn't. It doesn't. From everything that I've heard, if I would have suffered the same crashes and issues as everybody else, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't have thought that it was worth the $90 that I would have to have spent on the game itself. But that's just because like how I felt about it though too. And even right now we're like Legends Z8. What? Okay, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. But anyway, yeah, like I don't know what else to say about that, to be honest. Like for Legend ZA, I hope that it's going to be very interesting, because if it's just going to be like, because if it's not going to be very interesting, then I'm not going to be very much happy about it. Like Legends Arceus, I was happy about it because it was a new game, it was a new style, it was fresh, it was brand new. But if they're just going to grab like Legends Arceus and just change the location kind of thing, it's like, okay, that's kind of boring. Because to be honest, that would be very boring. Oh, come on. Why is everything after me? But yeah, so I'm going to try and spend as much time this week just trying to... pretty much I'm going to spend as much time as I can working on my Minecraft 1.21 base. I was Ooh, Venusaur. I was considering on making it into one of my one of my first live streams kind of thing. But I've chosen against that because of the fact that like I don't feel like that's a reason to live stream it. It's just because like I want it to be like on display kind of thing. I still want it to be a secret more than anything. I still want it to remain like as hidden as much as possible, so that like when it does show up, everybody's like, wow, he tried to keep it as like as cool as possible, but also keep it as hidden as much as possible. Because I really do appreciate it. It's a really cool looking area, and I think that a lot of people would like it. The only thing is that, like, I am not confident with my abilities of playing, well, Minecraft nowadays, right? Oh my word, I don't think we're going to be able to beat the Venusaur. Okay, Gligar, okay. Gligar! Acrobatics! Oh, okay. Acrobatics. Good job, Gligar! I only got 3 grass essence from that? That's a rip. We got an ability patch. And we have a Venusaurite. Let's go. Fungus, get out of here. Oh my word, we got everything. That's amazing. That's an amazing thing. Alright. But again, yeah, like I'm trying to do my best to try and do it. I took a look around. Oh my word. I want to see if I can maybe get some help from at least some people kind of thing, just to get an idea of like how to how to build in the style that I'm looking for, or at least style it the way that I want it to be in. So maybe I'll look at some Discord servers after I'm done building the the placeholder area. By that I mean like I want to change the idea of the area a little bit. So I want to change the terrain of the area a little bit so that like it fits the style that I'm looking for a lot more, or a lot better, I should say. So that at the very least it looks a lot cleaner, but that's just me. Okay. There we go, perfect. Oh, okay. It's a Steelix. Pull those in. Although one thing I definitely should try and go look for is a Swampert, though. Water will definitely help out a lot more. Bulldoze. Should definitely get Earthquake, though. Possible. But it's fine. Bulldoze again. Not enough to take it out, though? Nope. But it's going to take me out, which is fine, because I have Torterra. Torterra has Razor Leaf. Take it out. Awesome. That's not good. I heard bubbling. That's not good. Why did I hear bubbling? That's either a good bubbling, like it's normally supposed to be there, or that's a bad bubbling. It's not meant to be there. Is that blocks, or is that just empty space? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna guess that that's a good sound then. What's that? Miner's Delight? Okay, I don't know what that is for, but that is very interesting. But anyway, yeah, like I'm trying to get the whole entire thing done before 1.21 is even like released, kind of thing, and I don't think that's going to be possible. But there's going to be 2 different versions of it, and I think I don't want to explain too much of why I want to do it this way, but I can say for absolute certainty though that the explanation will happen during the first session, and to explain why it is going to be this way. Oh, literally? Are you kidding me, game? There we go. But yeah, like I want to explain it then than now, because then at the very least though you can see why I want to explain it then. And because I fixed well, not really fixed, but because I know how to how in a way to fix Amulet's sort of issue with lighting, I don't want to say abuse that. I want to use it to my advantage, or like know how to, like, since I now know how to fix it, it's like, okay, now I'm not scared of just using Amulet anymore. Now it's like, if I do see that issue now I know how to fix it. So it's good. Wish Cache? Okay. Alright, take it out. Yeah, so I'm going to try and see if I can get some help with some designs kind of thing. especially mostly for furniture and stuff like that, because I mostly just want to make sure that like all my furniture looks a certain style and such. That's pretty much it. Everything else, I don't want to say I don't necessarily care about it. It's more so like it's just the style that I really care for more than anything else at this moment. Because the terrain and everything else, like majority of the area that I already have right now looks good. I just need to do the finishing touches, and then that's it. Like the detail, I mean, it's not there right now because I need to wait till future version, or wait till I have the future version. But still, it's there. I just need to switch the blocks around to fit the newer version, and then that's it. That's all I need. Okay, I want Swords Dance. Okay, it's fine. Acrobatics, we'll take it out. Make it go very close. Yeah, but like as I'm trying to like explain it in my own mind, kind of thing, or trying to place the sentences, kind of thing, so that it makes sense in my head, and it's like, okay, I can say it aloud because now I know what I mean. And at this point, like I don't mind saying this out loud right now because like I might not even do it this way. I might just try and see if there's a better way of putting it. But I don't mind paying for somebody to build the interior for me necessarily. I mean, ideally, if I could not do that, that'd be better. Because then that means that I could invest into the channel more than just saying, oh yeah, I just threw, let's say, $50 into the channel just because I thought that it would be a great idea. Or I thought that it was a good idea to invest like $50 into my Minecraft creation instead of investing into, let's say, a better computer or better microphone or better monitor stand or better speakers or better headphones. Like, you know what I mean though? Like, I don't want to say that. And I don't want to do it that way. If I could do it for free, it would be better if I could do it for free, but it would be like, it would take its time. That's better in my opinion. So if it's like either I pay $50, let's say, and then it'll be done in 2 days, or I could do it for free, but I would have to wait 2 weeks. I don't mind waiting the 2 weeks. It's so long as like it will be done within the 2 weeks. Because that's really all I care about. Like at that moment, is just like I just want that 2 weeks to be done. To say, hey, I have this done now. Like here it is. Here's that cool building I wanted to build in 1.21. Here it is. Here it is. I've done it, right? Or even if I have to do it by hand, as long as I have somebody there that's like, you know what, that looks really good. That's all that really matters, in a way. Or a person who's like more familiar with that style kind of thing, right? So like if a person who is normally building in that style though, and I just get their critique, it's like, hey, does this look this style to you, kind of thing? And if they go like, yeah, kind of, it's like, hey, hang on, I'll go on and I'll help you out with it. It's like, okay, thank you, kind of thing. Like, that's all it is, right? That's all I really need to know is like, am I doing it the right way? So they're like, if I were to say like, hey, it's this style, people go, what? That doesn't look anything like that. Oh my word. Thanks for that. Game. Are you kidding me? Okay, this is another reason why I don't like equal levels, because a lot of these Pokemon are using freaking Fissure. You can use Fissure again, isn't it? Nope, use Earthquake this time. Oh, Marowak. Alright, fine. Lava Plume. Alright, Gligar. Products. This guy's got like 5 Pokemon. What the? Oh man, I didn't mean to do that. You can have that back. Okay. If we win this badge, I'm gonna be happy. I don't think we will though. But I will be happy if we do though. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright, let's start off with Torterra. Of course you start off with Torterra. Or Gligar, sorry. I'm gonna start off with... I'm gonna safely switch the Camerupt. You're gonna go Max. Yep, that's fine. I'm gonna go with Rock Slide. Max guarding 3 times. It's interesting. Rock Slide again. Because I'll have to switch. Oh, there we go. We got burned. Okay, Rock Slide again. Okay. Yeah. But I have my Gligar now. Acrobatics. Waste Cash. I think I might get the feeling, though, that this thing has something that can instantly one-hit KO me. It's fine. Acrobatics. Use D-Dance? Okay. I might be faster. Yeah. I'm not faster, though, but it missed. Hero Queen, that's fine. Torterra. It used Ice Beam? Okay, well, I didn't expect that. Sturdy. Oh, no. Well, technically Sturdy would have kicked in. If that continued. Mammo? Yeah, there's no way I win this. No way I win this matchup against a Mammo. This one maybe. I'll go Acrobatics. There's no way I... Yeah, there's no way I didn't outspeed the Mammo. This last one. Claydol? Claydol can win. Okay, switch. Yeah, switching it. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, now we go Shadow Punch. They used Toxic on me? Why? Anyway. We did it! It's Earth Power. Yay! It didn't even give me Earthquake. What a cool thing. Anyway, we're gonna leave. Yeah, exit. Yeah. There you go. We're gonna heal everybody. Alright. So that's gonna be it. I apologize for the server issues at the beginning. If I would have known that would have been an issue, I definitely would have done it. I definitely would have fixed it myself beforehand, but I didn't know that was going to be an issue. How is this Sableye, actually? Can I reach it in time? Must be a Must be a different tunnel somewhere close by, maybe. If we can get there, I'll take it on. Yeah, no, there's nothing there. Nothing there for us. Anyway, that's gonna be it for now. Next time we'll continue running around. We'll hopefully try and get 5 more gym badges, and then we will be switching to a more relaxed version. We've already done 2 types, so I'm pretty happy about that. So, yeah. So I'll see you guys next time for some more Pixelmon adventures.